Sorry about that, just had to cut the video because there was another doggy coming towards us off lead, and I had to put GM on hers because of her injury status where she's not allowed to play with other dogs at the moment. So anyway, as I was saying, you have been elevated. You are sitting on this really high throne, and I don't think you recognise it, and I don't think you recognise how much of a master you have become, and I don't think you recognise how much people look up to you as an example. And again, this is why you're receiving rewards, because you're humble. You don't let your successes or the things you've overbecome, honestly, I've so fumbled this morning, discombobulated word of the day. You don't let the things you have overcome turn you into someone you're not. You're not fueled by ego. You're not fueled by pride. You're not fueled by a sense of entitlement. Because how can someone like you be entitled when you've actually had very little for so long? And this is what makes you the master. This is what makes you the teacher and the way shower. Because you're saying to other people, this is how you live. You don't get by in life screwing other people over to make your own life better. What you do is go within and go, what do I need to do on a personal level to make this better? And what can I show and give to other people whilst I'm on this journey? And I do see, while you've been on this very personal journey, that you've always been giving. You are someone who, even when you've just, as I said, it's not just about the last £2 in your purse. It's about emotionally, it's about physically, it's about spiritually. You have just given and given to others without any expectation of reward. And quite often, reward never found you anyway. You know, there is very, very little payback or reciprocity or return for your efforts. And again, this also humbled you. And I do feel in the early stages of your journey, you perhaps felt a little aggrieved that you were giving so much and yet receiving so little in return. But you soon began to realise that actually it's not about, you don't give to receive. You give because humanity and being human is about giving. It's about seeing that life isn't just about your own story, it's about the story of humanity as a whole. And that's why now you are one of the entrusted chosen ones who gets to reap the benefits and rewards for learning an exceptionally hard learnt lesson. I mean, we're talking, you've been to school, you've been to college, university, you've done your degree, you've done your PhD, and now you're sat up there, the teacher, the master. And I really, really love this energy, because your knowledge, your wisdom, it has exponentially been increased without your knowing. When you go to sleep at night, oh, look at her go. That's how your life's going to go. Fast forward, look at that. When you've been asleep at night, you've been receiving energetic downloads. And that's why you're waking up with those bags under your eyes, gritty eyes, because you haven't been sleeping. You've been astral travelling. You've been to the other planes. You've been back home, wherever your star home is. And you've been upgraded, elevated, ascended. And I think if you sat and meditated on this today, you would recall those experiences. They would unfold behind your mind's eye. You'd see and be like, oh yeah, I remember that dream now. Yeah, it wasn't a dream. It happened. And that's where we are. This new moon energy just rewards for the hardest and longest lesson lived on this earth. And abundance, success, prosperity, stability, love. It is all coming for you. So watch everything unfold over the next 6 months, because by the beginning of 2026, you'll no longer recognize your life. In fact, you'll no longer recognize yourself, because you are changing, not just spiritually, but you are changing physically. You're going to start to look different as you morph into your true spiritual, authentic self, the self you were meant to be when you came to this earth. And as I finish, I just want to look at that hill over there, because this hill here, it's called Breeden Hill. It has such a history, battles. It dates back so far. There's still a fort on that hill, but the energy that comes off it, every time I walk around here, the energy of that hill reverberates and it just touches my soul. I am so grateful to live somewhere so beautiful, but I want you to all benefit from the energy of this hill, because it's a truly spiritual hill.